T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Meet X-TRANSBOTS Master Miniseries number 10, TORO, aka CLIFFJUMPER. This box art is very reminiscent of G1 box art, where it's basically an identical version of the toy, but they just drew it art style instead of taking an actual product shot. Here is the product shot. Here's the top. Here's the side. Here's the bottom. Cross sale, or what they're advertising is their X-TRANSBOTS Minosaur. Here's the bio, and here are the tech specs. There you are with that. As you may have heard in other people's videos, they're up in their game with this X-TRANSBOTS. Is like, this box is nice, and the way they package things is nice. I don't normally show all this, but unlike Fans Toys, it's sort of similar to Fans Toys, but they have a cutout groove for the instruction manual and the collector's card. One thing that's unfortunate is you have to actually tear this. It's not like a resealable baggie. Same bio and whatnot, and this is the English version of those tech specs. Nice booklet, shows you everything, and good enough detail. And the way things are packaged in here, this is awesome. Everything just nice and tidy, not a big hole with the weapons just flopping around. Everything's just in there nice and tidy. And let's just show this off right here right now. As far as the accessories, they even have a slot for this, and see the teeth on the bottom? There's a cutout so that you can push it in there, and every accessory he comes with fits right on this sled, and that is awesome. Here is Toro. As you can see, he rolls awesomely with no problem. He does not have rubber tires like some third parties would do, but this car looks really, really nice. It has a nice kind of shimmer to it, even on the parts that look like it's flat plastic. But it's really cool. It doesn't have any real gimmicks by itself. It does have accessories you can put on, but no real gimmicks by itself. Things of note: these wheels are not like locked into place. They're kept out by friction. The friction keeps them out well, but they are capable, if you grab it the wrong way, of like bending and whatnot. Now, one problem area I do have is that, like, if you don't, it doesn't seem to like clip together on this one side as well as I would like. You can see like a little bit of gappage right there. So, but overall, if you're not just going to see that, going to look for that, that won't be a problem. Now, these look like they open up. I was told by one of my castmates on the Figure Action podcast that I'm on, Adrian, that this was molded. They were going to have the same gimmick as Sunstreaker, where these lift up. So that's why it looks molded to be a separate piece. But then they changed their mind at the last minute because the parts would have been too small. And I was like looking all over the place, like, how do you open that? But you can't. One cool thing, if you have a big enough coin, and if I am capable of lifting this up, you can replicate the penny racer action right there. If you have like a big coin and you want to stick back there. I don't know if that was intentional, but that is necessary for the robot mode. But now that I've started breaking stuff apart, on the sled right here, he has these two attachments. Of course, you have to get this gun out of the way, and we can go ahead and grab both of them. Unless I'm putting them in wrong, there is no real stopping point for these triangles, so that can be in there looking crooked. Well, basically on the front of the car, he has this cutout right here, which was like a vent, I think, on the original car, that everybody has a problem with. That doesn't bother me at all, and it is actually on this car right there. The original, well, somewhat original CLIFFJUMPER mold. I'll say it's the original CLIFFJUMPER mold, but it's not the original CLIFFJUMPER. But of course, this car is more stylized, and it even has rubber tires. But basically you can take these attachments, plug this into here. Now the issue that I have is, number one, it doesn't stay in there well, but two, it has that weird block shape right there. It doesn't seem natural. Like, that looks weird. And he has this one. Now this one can get away with it a little bit more because it's a pop-up gun, but that antenna does not look right to me at all. Final thing you can do in car mode, if you take this sled, this red block that's holding all the accessories are pegged into 4 places. You basically need to get that loose, and now plug him or sit him in between these wheels. He keeps that on by friction, but this replicates that episode where they ski across the water on these water skis. I know that probably wouldn't be, I don't know, if there was more stuff transformed that could make it float across the water, I guess he could be like a hovercraft or whatever. Things of note, this is die cast, all this black part, and his thighs are die cast under there. Right here in this comparison, we can definitely see that Toro and Bumblebee are 100% in scale with your average Autobot car. Like, this is totally freaking accurate. Like, this car would have definitely been this small next to a Porsche. And when I say all that, I'm using massive amounts of sarcasm. More than likely, Bumblebee and CLIFFJUMPER are in scale with each other, but not this dude and your average average Autobot car. Now let's get into transformation. I think the transformation is an absolute joy. You have to take this out of there, that closes or attaches the front to the back. Now we can basically elongate this right here, separate that to make things easy, stretch the legs, and once we get the legs stretched out, rotate this part of the hood over there and bring it back like that. Push the wheel under there and bring that like that. Straighten up the legs. Same deal over here. Bring this, and the legs have to be like pretty straight for you to be able to move this piece right there. Lift that up, wheel under there, push that down, and put that back like that. Now we can bring all of this back and out of the way. Take the hands, lift them up, raise this up and out of the way. Like that for now. Bring the head up, rotate it, bring this up like this and that up like that. Take this part and fold it completely in. Take this part, fold that completely in, and bring these inside of his body cavity right there. We can stretch the arms, rotate them this way, bring them down, and bring the hands forward like that. Now this stuff back here, we need to bring the wheel just like that. Bring the wheel like that. Don't turn it in more than that, even though it can. Kind of lift this up over that little notch right there and bring it back to here. Same thing over here. You might have to turn this wheel in to get clearance, and that will push this out. That's the reason why that comes out. Now we can fold this up here, fold this down here, bring this up, and make sure, because if these wheels, yeah, there we go. The wheels need to be like this. This whole part needs to be like that for things to work. Bend this forward, and now we get the arms out of the way, and this windshield needs to groove up under here, and there's a little notch under there and there to go into those two sections right here. Push that until it snaps, and bam, he's done. Man, this transformation took me less than 3 minutes. And I love it. I absolutely love the transformation. And I like this figure. He is awesome. Only thing is bad is he's not completely cartoon accurate because he has this backpack right there. But this figure is solid. Like, look at that. The legs aren't wibbling anywhere. The arms aren't moving. It is solid. I don't even believe you can do that with, where is he? A Bumblebee. You start moving him around and this backpack detaches, which I never liked anyway. But while he's out here, here you are. Both of them have a backpack. It's a shame they aren't completely identical. But things I like about this guy more is the hollowness they had to do because of the transformation. I mean, maybe they, no, the way it transforms, they couldn't have had a door right there. It could have, maybe, I don't know. But his hollowness is front and center right there. And he does not have rotating wrists or opening fingers like this guy does. But, yeah. And he has the ball-shaped joints in the hips, where his joints are different. But their waistline is about the same size. And they are roughly about the same size. But let me bring out another comparison. Here we go with Jazz. Of course, you saw they were teammates in the animated movie. Or Make Toys Downbeat, I should say. And these, I believe, were the only surviving Autobot ARC characters. So, there you are. But in all honesty, I thought this would be a big problem for me. But in person, when I started playing with it and messing with it, it didn't bug me. It didn't bug me like freaking at all. I was so shocked. Even seeing this, maybe because of how dark it is. Like, when you first see it, it looks like another car was combined with him to form this one robot, since he does have this windshield right there. And the windshield on his robot chest is blue, but all of this is black. But trust me, it doesn't bother me at all, really, in person. I kind of just think of it as like a jetpack. I wish they would have had some flip out things to make that real, since like I was saying, I don't know if you can hear the storm in the background. I meant to mention that in the beginning, but my camera stopped to give me a friggin' warning. Oh yeah, and I just realized it has a windshield wiper back here. That's cool. I don't think it has one on the, it does have a molded in windshield wiper. But let's go into the articulation. I like them. Let's just say that all the joints are tight. Maybe a little bit too tight, but yeah, they're tight. The head can look up. It can look down. It's on a ball joint, and the neck can rotate. So I've never seen a system like that where the head is on a ball joint, but the neck rotates. So that can be kind of weird. The shoulders go up and down. They can go all the way out on that ball joint. And of course, do this. It's really, really crazy tight. Does that 90-degree bend, and I showed the hands off. Ab crunch. Looks like that. Waist swivel. They can completely clear the backpack. Legs go out all the way to the side. Can kick super high up, super far back, or as much back as you would need. But this ability to kick up and with the ab crunch, I love that on Transformers and action figures, period. There's rotation in the thigh. The knees are double jointed. Now this knee, wait, which one of these? This knee I can bend easily, but this one is a bit too tight on that lower joint. But like I said, it's double jointed, so you can also bend it there, but it just breaks up the look right there. The ankles are awesome too. Ankles can shift forward, so you can kick up the high, you can kick back, you can lean out a little bit, you can come in a lot, only hindered by this panel right there. The only thing you can't do is rotate the foot, but you can get him into all types of awesome poses. If I have any problem with the robot mode, I wish they would have given him a different face. You can see the face is nice, but I would have loved an optional expression. That's my only problem with this whole overall package. And let's get into some of these accessories. He has this gun that looks like Ratchet's gun. Of course, it just pops in there. He has a little dot right there and a little hole in his hand. You have to kind of get it in and then wrap the fingers around a little bit. Getting that dot to line up can be difficult, to be honest. But once he has the gun in the hand, you have about that much wiggle with this one before it stops. He has this gun, which looks a ton like Jazz's gun, which is cartoon accurate. I've seen pictures of him holding each one of the guns he comes with. Fit in the hand the same. I usually use this gun. I like this gun more than this little spaceship looking gun. But he has those two guns, and he also even has this gun right here. So out of the three guns, I would go with this one or this one over this little spaceship silly looking one. All of them have paint, which is also awesome. Then he has this bazooka that he used in the first episode. This is painted. It might be hollow in the center, but it feels solid. A lot of sculpt, a lot of detail. It looks nice. This doesn't move back and forth, but it detaches. Handle has the dots in it, so it connects the same way. This is the point where it would have been nice if he had double jointed elbows, but he doesn't. But you can do that. Of course, he can lay on the floor, but unfortunately the neck range doesn't give him the ability to look forward while you're doing that. Or if you want to pretend that this part can shoot, you can hold the gun over his shoulder. I'm not going to worry about putting that little divot in, but you can hold it over the shoulder like this and shoot as well. Now this part detaches right there. A lot of people forget to even show this off, but it goes over his hand, and now he has his glass gas gun right there. So that is cool too. He has so many options, and this guy is well worth the freaking price that these things cost, because I really like that. And last but not least, he comes with these two sticks. I don't know what episode these were a part of, but he can hold these and fight gladiatorial style, or you can go ahead and attach these together. Man, it is raining wolves and bobcats out there. And now he can have a big javelin staff. One problem, this neck being on that ball joint, it can make things a little bit crazy when you're trying to swivel his head around, because if the neck gets out of whack with the ball joint, it just makes things crazy. But I really love this figure. I like his accessories, and he's really cool and well made. I really have like no complaints. This is one of my favorite figures of this year, to be honest. I'm so friggin' happy with it. I don't know if I show this off, but this handle moves too for whatever reason. Now I was debating on doing this, but I'm gonna go ahead and reverse transform this dude. Somebody might need a little bit of help, because this guy is very simple, but that's why I'm gonna do the reverse transformation, to be honest. What you want to do is take the arms, squeeze them in, rotate them this way, and basically bring the hands like that. Rotate it this way and bring the hands like that. Make sure the shoulders out of the way, and lift up on this and bring it back. Stretch all of that out. Go ahead and pull these out while making sure the shoulders are up. Bring this out, trying to make sure you do not grab it by the side view mirrors. because those are a little bit tiny and fragile. Bring these forward like that and turn the head around and push that into there. Now we can go ahead and bring the shoulders in like this, and you'll know you have it right because the hands are up like this. I don't really think it matters whether you have the hands this way or this way, just as long as they're up like this. Now back here we can lift this up, bring this out, and clear the little notch right there. Bring the wheels out. Same thing on both sides. Okay, now we can lift this up and bring all of this over, and there's a little groove right here and a little notch up there. You kind of have to make them meet up while pushing that together. If you have the hands right, everything should sit right. Now the legs, bring these back, bring the wheels out, start doing the knees backwards and shove them up. It's gonna be hard to do this. This is the one tough part, only when going back, like sliding this up over that. And you can't like put everything into place because now you have to have clearance for this leg. Put this up to here, start bringing that up and flipping this over, and then shoving the legs back into there. Make sure the legs are over this bar. Now we can start bringing things up to meet the tabs on both sides. And making sure this is squeezed together in the front. But basically, he's done. You can go around making sure everything is nice and tidy, but he's done. He's cool. I like him. This thing is well worth what it costs, and I have to recommend it. My problems are minimal, and I already went over that stuff, so you heard me. And here you can see the windshield wipers for the front of the car. Naturally, he does not come with these Autobot logos that you've been seeing through the whole video, but there you go. There's no reflective things on the back of the side view mirrors. And oh yeah, final step, you're supposed to tab this into place. But it's cool. I enjoy it. I love it. Thank you for watching. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click on them.